go.
Welcome back into the Melk Aisle. That's it. I didn't even plan an
Little
intro.
bitch, you had time and you didn't even prepare. I'm sorry, audience. I'm sorry for Jeff's inability to plan for the future. Choose life, Jeffrey.
I'm sorry.
Negligence.
I'm bad at improv.
You know what? That's not the only thing you're bad at.
Kill me.
No, you're just... You know what? You're just bad at everything.
What? Okay? This is how we're going to start this? We're just going to start with just...
He's just bad at everything.
You're just going to be our pinata today for this birthday party.
I'm going to dig my claws into you, bro. Okay?
Why?
Whoa, where are these feelings coming from? Why don't you explore that? What's happening?
Yeah, I don't want to. This is turning into goddamn Dr. Shane.
No. Hey, man, look.
Dr. T.
You know, I do. I love you, man. You know, you
just talked a bunch of shit.
I mean, to be fair, Jeffrey, you did try to kill him, so.
No, we cleared this up already. We're not gonna bring this back up. You know, what was done is done. The best thing we can do is just move on. You know.
I've known this guy since I was a
weed lad.
Okay.
A weed lad? What?
No.
You know what? Actually, we were in his backyard in his above ground pool, and this mother trucker over here, he tried killing me then. Bro, it was gone out of my mind.
I don't remember this at all,
bro. Dude, he has the hairiest back anybody has ever seen in my life.
I think that people probably can fucking assume I'm a hairy man. I'm half Mexican with a fucking giant beard. I'm like your fucking bald ass.
It's that Latinx blood, man. I know how to be.
Don't say. I'm not even fucking. We're not pushing that. We don't subscribe to that.
We don't subscribe.
So yeah, go ahead and enlighten me. How did I almost kill you, you fucking liar?
What?
You're just making shit up now. All this was an excuse to go, he's got a hairy back. That's all it was. You know what?
Dude,
you got a bald body.
You tried to Stone Cold Steve Austin me off of that ladder a couple times.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's not killing you. That's doing something fucking cool. That's what that is. That's a badass fucking move.
You know, I was underwater for like a good 5 seconds before I came back up.
Oh, no. I've held you under for longer. So.
Wow.
Little rascals. Little rascal
You hear this?
Yeah, but I thought it was going to be a legitimate complaint. You're saying that I tried to do a fucking cool-ass move on you, and you're ungrateful? That's what I'm hearing.
You know
You're
what,
looking at
man?
enough cell phones to capture it.
Yeah, this was probably before cell phones were really around. I was probably still chilling with a razor.
Yeah, I had a flip phone Verizon
The
Envy keyboard. Yeah,
I had the Envy as well, dude.
Yeah,
and there was two of them. There was an orange one that opened, and then there was like an NV3 that slid up. Zoltan.
Yeah, Zoltan. You know what, dude? I've been actually wanting to watch Dude, Where's My Car? I haven't seen that in a hot minute.
I don't think anyone's ever said that.
And then,
lately, I've been wanting to watch Dude, Where's My Car? It's not a movie that you seek to go watch. It's one that you watch out of just like there's nothing else on. Yeah, it's like that's probably Sean William Scott's best role.
Sorry, Shane. You shouldn't have any opinions.
What?
You'll never go see it.
Yeah, give me another movie that you'll actually go see.
See something else.
I'll see. What?
I'm not allowing you to see Dude, Where's My Car? So what's your next request? Which one would you like to see now?
When did you become my mom? Huh? When did you become my mom here?
Dude, one time, like when you weren't around, like your mom came outside, and she was like, "Thank you for being his friend." And she pulled me aside, and she slipped a 20 in my palm. And she said thank you.
She did.
She said thank you. And then I was like, you know, it's no problem at all. Like he's actually okay. And then she said thank you. She hugged me, and then she went inside. And then I said, "Come on, Shane." And then you got into my car, and we left. And then I probably bought you Jack in the Box with that $20.
Wow, dude. You know.
I mean, Jack in the Box is pretty cool. Almost makes up for the attempted murder.
Yeah. I was like, I probably bought you some Mott's, dude. Some nice
Mott's?
Mott sticks.
Mozzarella. No,
This was
dude,
back
it's
in the day when
jalapeno-
Jack in the Box still had mozzarella sticks.
Dude, jalapeno poppers, man, that was the ish.
Shane and I used to just go off and get high behind this wall in the middle of a desert.
It was good.
It was just
times,
called
man.
the Spot. And
Yeah.
we would just go over there. We would pull into this desert area. And we walk out and we go around this wall. And it just like overlooked a desert. And like a windmill. A wind turbine.
Dude, it was awesome. I remember because I had a Jeep at the time that was lifted, so we would go out into the desert with it, and we would climb to the top of this one hill out there.
I remember.
And dude, there was nobody around us, and me and his brother were just chilling there one night, and this guy was on his way back from Vegas. And we were just on the phone with you, and you were just like, "Can you see me?" And you were flipping your lights on and off.
Because the freeway was down this hill. And like it was like way down there. And then they were like, "We're at the Spot." And I was like, "Oh, I know they can see me." And as I was coming down the hill, I kept turning off and on my lights. And they were just like, "Holy shit, we see them." It was funny as fuck. And then I just pulled up. And we just started.
It was so fucking random, dude.
I love seeing people from far as fuck. It's the funniest thing to me. Like, there was this guy, his name was David. He's a different David. And when I worked at this warehouse, like, if we saw each other way down, like, I'm talking, like, way down the other side of the warehouse. Like, we're small. And if we, like, saw each other, we just fucking wave. And it was the funniest thing because it was just like he's just this tiny little person, just and I can still see him waving at me over there. And then I fucking love seeing people from far away. There was this one guy, his name was Dalton, when I lived in Alaska, and he was like this weird little like hippie kid, and he always wore tie dye, and he had like a really poofy blonde afro, and one time he was just bitching and complaining. We were working, and he was just bitching and complaining. He's like, man, it's so nice outside, man. I just want to go hiking, man. Like, the salmon berries are probably so good right now, man. And, like, that's exactly, like, how he talked. I'm not even really exaggerating that much. And everyone was just like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, he just wouldn't stop talking and just complaining. My manager eventually was just like, you can fucking go. Get the fuck out of here. Like, leave then. And he was like, okay, man, I'm going to leave, man. You sure? And he's like, yeah, fucking go. Like, all of us were just like, thank God, get him the fuck out of here. So then he, like, walks to the camp or whatever, the cabins or whatever the fuck you want to call them. And then he leaves, and he's walking and he's hiking. And, like, an hour or two later, like, I just, like, looked. I was outside, and, like, I don't know, I think I was on my break or something. And I just remember looking up at the mountain, and I could see his dumbass little tie-dye shirt walking up a trail up the mountain, and I could just see him. And I remember I was like, hey, look, there he is. And everyone just like came outside looking at him, and I called him. I was like, we can see you. And I just remember, like, he was like, really? Can you see me waving? I was like, no, but I can see your fucking shirt. Like, and it was the funniest shit.
What the hell?
He was a fucking idiot. He would just sit out there all day and, like, eat salmon berries. And he had, like, this thing called a slack line. You ever heard of a slack line?
Yeah.
It's like a fucking tightrope that people tie between trees. He would just stand on that all day. Like, that's just what he did. He fucking hiked and played with a slack line and a hammock.
He
ate goat cheese and like this weird sausage, but had nowhere to store it because we didn't have refrigerators. So I don't know where he was storing this food, and he was just eating it.
What a total psycho! Like, what's happening with him?
Crazy.
Yeah,
He was kind of strange, dude. His name was Dalton.
Do you have him on Facebook?
I did. I did, but I don't know. Last time I saw him, he was just a rock climber. That's just... he just climbs rocks
nuts.
now.
What a nice fella.
Wow.
Yeah. He was an interesting guy.
Sounds like it.
Apparently, if he was just sitting there nagging you guys to no end about going hiking until his boss caved in, like
he was annoying as shit, dude. Like, we were just like, okay, like, you're just pissing everyone else off. Like, get him out of here.
I just, like, when you said that, it just blew my mind because like in a professional work environment, that's just like really odd, you know, for somebody to sit there and do.
Yeah, we were processing salmon. It wasn't really that professional. It was a bunch of crackheads and shit that worked there.
It's just a work environment, though. You should be a lot more, you know, like you're there for money, you know.
Some people just didn't give a shit. Some people just left. There was this one guy. And everyone was like worried about where he went because no one had seen him for days. Like he was just gone. And then someone finally found him in town, and he just went away with some woman to go get married. Like he met some woman at a bar and he just fucking left all his shit. Just left. He had no family or anything. He was an older dude. He just fucking just.
When you have nothing else to live for, like, why not just be erratic?
Yeah, there's just he just found some woman that had a nice boat and money, and he said he was gonna marry her, and just fucking left.
Jeff's Alaskan adventures, bro.
It's pretty fucking nuts.
Speaking of Alaskan adventures, I would now like to generally complain about a thing. Hi everyone, I'm T1BG. It's time for me to complain about a thing. Can I just say,
of Alaska,
there's been a lot of discourse the past week or so about the fucking periodic table, and I would like to yell about this.
Who the fuck's discussing
the periodic table? It came out in relationship to a larger conversation about like classifications for sex and gender, and some people are under the delusion that the periodic table is an objective thing, and I would like to yell about that. The periodic table is designed based on utility. You could rearrange the periodic table and have it be correct, right? You could arrange the elements alphabetically for no reason and still be correct as long as all the other information was correct, right? People confuse, and this is the thing that annoys me. And this happens a lot with like music or just art in general. People see that something exists and think that our classifications of things that exist are objective. They're not. They're a made-up thing. They're a thing we're making up to use a thing, right? It frustrates me that I saw so many people be like, but the periodic table is objective. No, it's not. You can be objective in that once you agree that the periodic table is the way you want to observe those elements, you can be objective in that you're consistent in how you look at and use it. But the periodic table is not objective, and it makes me angry that I had to fight several people on the Twitter about this.
But like, what are they? Are they like trying to make?
No, it's just people in defense of like, because the larger conversation was about, you know, trans things, and people were like, people mixing up things that exist and how we categorize those things, and people pointing to the periodic table as an objective way of organizing a thing. I'm like, fuck you. It's not. It's like the fucking alphabet. Why is it designed that way? Is it objectively the best way? No, it's not. It's just some guy was like, yeah. Some guy.
That's how we ordered it, yeah.
That's just the standard we all agreed on.
Yeah.
It upsets me. I get very angry when people can't differentiate between objective things that exist and how we categorize them. It drives me insane. This happens a lot in the music conversation. A lot. People think that genres are objective. I'm like, they're not. They're not at all. They're just they're tools to communicate things. Like when I say something is a found footage horror film, it's not an objective scientific breakdown of every element of it. It's the way I'm going to communicate what something is to someone else. If only one person existed, everyone else was dead, the concept of having genre or classification wouldn't matter because there'd be no one to communicate that to.
Yeah, I guess.
But you wouldn't be like, oh, that's like you wouldn't need a larger classification. So you would understand, like, okay, there's the bad things. Like, oh, if I'm existing out in the forest, I'm like, there's the poisonous bad things. Are all just one general category. You wouldn't need to differentiate between like what a mushroom is technically and like what a berry is. There's just really the bad stuff you don't eat and the good stuff you eat, right?
Okay.
It made me angry, and I thought I would have this on the recording. I get upset. People just are dumb.
Yeah, those people I usually just ignore now.
You have to, man.
Look, I'm a psycho who likes intellectual conversations. So when I see that people are just when people are lost in what I call the mind prison of like, oh wow, this is objective. Like, no, you don't even understand what objectivity is. You don't understand that these systems we've made are arbitrary. You little bitch.
He said the mind.
Yes, it's a mind prison because in their mind they're thinking that they're pointing to something that is an objective, factual reality and not a human construct. Right? Human constructs are things we just make up. They're not. It doesn't mean they're not useful or they're not real. It's just they're arbitrary.
Like time.
Yeah.
Time and time in the calendar.
Money.
Hoes on Grindr, they're also arbitrary.
Shit. Hoes on Grindr. I never used
Grindr's terrible.
Is it really that bad?
Sub-brand. Grindr's terrible.
There's not. What do you mean? You mean it is not just a bunch of dudes looking to fuck some other dudes? There's not any upstanding gentlemen?
That's what it is, but Grindr makes me angry. One, it's Grindr.
There's no. You got to go to Bumble, dude. All the good dudes
Look,
are on Bumble.
it took me a lot to install Grindr. I was just like, look, I ain't looking to get married, like, I'm not.
What's crazy is that, like, where you live on an island, like, how does that work? What's the dating scene like when you live on an island, especially a tourist destination?
It's bad. That's what it is. It's bad.
In and out.
It's bad. Yeah, once you like have a public outing with one person, it's like, well, there's like that's like one of 13 people who are options, and everybody knows. Yeah.
That's kind of that's interesting.
It's like constantly getting a popsicle and just knowing exactly what flavor you're gonna get every time.
Popsicles have more variety than people on Grindr. Grindr types, there's like a handful. Now we're defining Grindr types. There's headless profile / discreet man. They're one genre of people. They're one genre. Yeah, they're like they have a tag being like, what they mean to say is like they're not discreet. They're like, I'm a bi guy or a gay guy who's married to a woman who just can't just come out in current year because I'm a coward. That's what they mean to say. Wow. Grindr has this feature. I'm sure the other places have this feature where you can send someone a picture in messages and have it just be like a one-time view. Like once you click it and you view it, just gets deleted by default. Yeah, and people do that feature a lot on Grindr. And whenever I see that someone has sent me one of those, there's one of two things when I click on it. Like either this is a bot who's figured out that they can send this as an ad, right? It's either that or I'm gonna get some headless torso action, One of those two things at all times.
Dudes are fucking strange. That's just...
Are they?
Yeah.
Are they asking for news all the time too?
I'll be honest. I'm gonna open my Grindr right now. I'm gonna open it right now. What was my last thing? I'm gonna look at my Grindr. I'm opening it right now. I'm just literally opening it right now. It's happening right now. What was the last time someone?
Because
we're
in like straight Tinder, it's usually the dudes who have no messages, and it's all the females. It's all women that have all the messages. But in Grindr,
on Grindr, there is one person that gets all the dudes. Actually, it's because they're all dudes, but on a different side, it's women. It's on Grindr. It's every single person who's not a bottom.
Wait, what?
Okay,
wait, hold on.
Now I was defining Grindr. Now I'm defining like gay terms. A bottom is the partner during gay sex who is on the receiving end. They're the ones being penetrated orally or anally.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is what the bottom is.
All right.
Okay, so you're saying that the bottoms don't get the nudes?
This is the reason why. I feel
Only
like when I just look at my
tops
general area, I'm one of like the 5 tops. You know, I'm one of the sacred fellowship of the tops.
That just sounds insane to me. Like I don't think I would just enjoy just unsolicited fucking penis pics.
Look, people are wild.
Yeah,
someone sent me a message. It was just like
really
various pictures of their ass, and then I've never spoken to this person before. It's just various pictures of their ass, and then they're like, "Got a nice dick?" ?
Dudes are just so fucking shameless on the internet. So that's why I'm like, it has to be the goddamn Wild West on fucking Grindr, dude.
It was extra wild when Grindr I think has changed the policy, but Grindr used to just let people put whatever they want in their profile text. This became a problem when people would say things in their profile text that are like, "I don't like Asian people," and that's the text. I'm like, whoa. You would think look, everyone has preferences, but you would think that if that was a preference, you'd probably be like, just like decline those people when they message you. You wouldn't be like, "Don't message me, you fucking Asians."
He's like, "I don't even want to see your fucking cocks. I don't want to see your
profile. I'm gonna block you as soon as I find out you're Asian." Like it's
don't even fucking bother.
So
go ahead.
Can I ask you something? So is racism a big problem? In the gay
let me tell you, white gays are the worst. If we're gonna rank like racist groups, white gays who think that no fats, no femmes, no Asians, no rice, no spice is a personality trait.
What? I've never heard that before.
It's a real thing that I saw for years.
Oh my god.
No rice, no spice.
It's like the gay Powerpuff Girls or some shit.
Yeah, it's like the Powerpuff Girls, but for racist white guys. I don't know.
Jesus.
That just blew my mind because, you know...
He's like,
yeah.
Yes.
Let me tell you,
yeah.
every single day, every single day I open up Twitter and I go to my private list of like gay stuff that I don't want people to see that I'm following. And every single time I open it up, there's always some fucking 20 to 24-year-old skinny white twink saying something off the wall and just unhinged, like there was this guy who has an OnlyFans. I can't remember what his name is, but people were suggesting people he would have. There were people suggesting other people that he should like hook up with for his OnlyFans, and then someone sent him a picture, and then he was like, "I'm not gonna hook up with such a fat piece of shit." And the picture of this person was probably like 150 pounds, fairly toned, and that was too fat for this like twink. I'm like, what are we talking about? 150 is overweight to you?
Well,
get out. Stop.
If you're saying he's a small man, maybe he doesn't want to be crushed.
So I would have no.
Let me tell you, you would. Okay, here's like you would have a chance because there's like subsections. There's bears. Some people just like hairy, bigger guys. That's like a genre. And it's a
what? Why can't I get the female version of that shit? What the fuck?
Just become gay. I've revealed my gay agenda, trying to turn you all into homosexuals by making it seem appealing. Ha ha!
Oh my god, he's coming for us!
He's coming on us.
He said to make it seem appealing. I'm sorry, dude. Pictures of buttholes and cocks don't sound appealing to me, man. I think it's funny. I would probably laugh at it.
You're blowing my mind.
I'm blowing your mind.
Yeah. He said literally.
Literally.
There are girls out there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hairy dudes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
You just gotta like find your niche and just dedicate to it. Okay, whatever it is. If you're a bigger hairy guy, then that's the mode.
Hey,
you do everything to make that as appealing as possible. You know.
Well, let me just lay some stuff on you guys right now.
Oh,
I don't know if you know, but I've become somewhat of a gym rat, so I go to the gym pretty much to get swole, as we like to say.
Yeah.
All right.
What would you guys say in the biz?
Yeah, that's what we call it. Yeah, between the boys at the we lift weights together and shit like that. But yeah, no, I'm getting pretty ripped, so gonna be a whole new subsection for this guy.
What? Fucking small gorilla? Like, what do you want?
What?
Why is that? Wow,
Wow.
a gorilla's huge. You're nowhere near the size of a gorilla.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and you
It's
said
like,
buff and swole. A gorilla's way more
Okay,
buff and swole
alright.
than a bear.
Hey. Very much
Is a
so,
gorilla
yes.
an intersectional group in the gay community?
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah,
What
do you
did you
guys have
say?
that?
Is
That's a
have
type.
gorillas?
Yeah. There's gorillas. There's otters.
Really?
There's twinks. There's bears. And otters
The
like
fuck's an
if
otter?
bears
What
are
is an
if bears are
otter? A
like
skinny
big and
hairy
hairy,
man?
and like twinks are like completely hairless and small. An otter's like between, like you're kind of a toned, kind of hairy guy.
Fucker, that's David, dude. David's an otter.
Hmm?
Yeah, dude, you're an otter.
Dude, he looks like
You're
one.
not as
Somebody-
big as me,
I'm
so you're
bigger
not
than
there.
both of you. Taller wise, doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but I'm
Dude,
still
that-
bigger than you.
No, I'm just called a dilf.
I mean, dilfs are you can be a dilf.
Fine. What's something tall? I
I don't want him to be a
technically you are,
dilf.
so
Thank
You
you.
got that. You got that going for you.
Thank you.
You're a dilf otter, dude.
You're a dilf otter.
I like
What's
that.
the most random
otter.
subsection of the gay community you can think
The
of?
dark magicians.
The dark magicians. They're really into Yu-Gi-Oh. You know. I don't know, but I feel like I don't know if there's that many like
Dudes that
crazy
ghost you.
subsections. There are some subsections where it's like it's not really their own group, but there's a lot of gay people in it. Like furries. There's a decent number of gay furries. Those are a thing.
Yeah.
Who are really into like dragons. People love to fuck dragons in their mind. They're like, yeah, they see the desolation of smog and they're like, give me one of those.
People really like
Desolation of
fucking
smog.
dragons, dude.
It's just too much.
Like whenever I'm
Wanna be
watching a
sucking on,
fantasy
sucking back,
like
dragon.
film with fantasy creatures, I'm like, someone wants to hit this. I'm like watching Pan's Labyrinth. I'm like, someone wants to fuck this goat thing. Someone wants it.
That's hilarious.
There's someone out there.
dude.
There's someone out there jerking off to this.
Yeah.
That's the
Well,
crazy
what did we
thing. They're like, pretty much anyone would jerk off to anything. I'm sure there's a guy that would just jerk off to this cup.
Oh, a cupper.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Look at the shine on that cup. It's kind of
Cup section.
And right straight up in
Cup
that big old room you got there. What you doing? What you got a big old room like that for?
me.
Yeah, you.
Oh, this is for rumpus. It's when we want to have a rumpus activity.
When are we gonna start rumpus activities?
Dude, you want to come over and play fucking shuffleboard?
Dude, I'm down. There's so much room for
with-
activities in that
The
room.
sand? There's a lot of activities that go on in here.
I can see
We
it.
usually watch a
hockey.
movie. We make some popcorn. We play some shuffleboard. We wrestle a little bit. Then we go upstairs. We hang out. We hang out and just we will like play some like fucking Xbox or something up there.
Some N64.
Yeah. Then we go get some water. Maybe we drink some milk, some cookies and stuff. And we wrestle a little bit more. And then we come back out here at the shuffleboard again. And then then someone's mom picks them up.
Wrestling, but it's not gay at all.
It's pretty accurate.
No, it's not.
It's purely for dominance.
It's completely not gay, but it's really fun.
Purely for dominance.
Yeah, it's purely just to display dominance.
I am the back leader.
Men trying to dominate
Yeah.
each other. Nothing gay about that.
Definitely not.
There's
Definitely
zero
not.
penetration. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Don't
zero
worry.
penetration. And like there's zero penetration. There is a legal move, though. There is a move in the collegiate wrestling world called checking the oil. And when you want to get out of some kind of lock, you start pushing on a butthole. And it gets them to go, what the fuck? And they release their lock. It's called checking the oil. It's a legit thing. Look it up. Kind of weird, right? You just.
I mean, I already thought wrestling was gay enough.
Be careful.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, let me tell you something that's a real thing. I couldn't tell you if it's a legal move or not, but it's definitely a move that is used. And it's like checking the oil or changing the oil.
She said that, I just immediately
his butthole tightened up. He's like, oh.
Yep. Yeah, and then, like, they're just like, oh, and they let go. Dude, you make your escape.
Scaring Joe Exotic, dude.
Joe Exotic is one of my favorite gay meth heads. Top 10 for sure.
Top 10.
Should we do a?
Oh,
should we do?
Do we have a tier list?
Should we do
Oh
a
my
gay
god, that'll
tier
be
list?
if I want to end my streaming career, I'll do one of those. I will be so shady. I'll get him.
Holy shit.
Joe Exotic, man. Can we go back to that day when that was just what everyone was talking about was the goddamn fucking Tiger King?
Tiger King was wild, and I'll be honest, I was gonna watch it being like, okay, this will probably be whatever. Some Netflix documentaries are hit or miss. When I sat there, I'm gonna watch maybe one episode, and I just sat there like the entire time, watched the whole thing like, this can't get crazier. Surely they're gonna slow down, and I was wrong. To my surprise, they upped the ante. When I found out that his gay lovers were just straight and he had them addicted to meth to stay with him, I'm like, what? It was crazy.
He was just like this weird sociopath, man.
So many memes. That bitch, guy. Carol Baskin. Damn.
Yeah.
He ran for mayor.
Yeah, but that's what caught me, because I was like, what is everyone talking about this Tiger King? I don't understand what this is. What is this thing? And then I clicked on it one day. I think I had Netflix to watch You or something like that. And then I was like, freaking Tiger King. Okay, let's try it.
Speaking of gay,
Netflix is real good with crime. It's very good for crime documentaries, is what I found. They have Making a Murderer. If you've never seen Wild Wild Country, it truly is wild. Yeah.
Tinder swindler.
Tinder swindler. That I don't really have any remorse for women who send hundreds of thousands of dollars to people online. It goes both ways. No. Like, I just really don't feel too bad for people that are sending extreme amounts of money to strangers on the internet. Like, you knew what you were doing. Like, that's like, you're just like, if you want to do it, that's fine, but don't cry about it when you get played.
I don't know. I feel bad in that it's like a lot of people don't grow up. A lot of people at this point have grown up with the internet, but we don't really talk about like things like don't fall for scams, you idiot. Like, we do, but it's like there's no like institutionalized like look. You like there's always other things we have, like, you know, sex education, all the other things we teach people. We don't teach people like, here's an internet scam that you should not fall for.
Click on
you know.
Link.
The thing with the Tinder swindler is the fact that this guy met these women, made them believe they were in a relationship, and then started like, you know, getting places with them and stuff like that. And it was weird.
Like, he knew them in person?
Like, yeah, he went a step further. Like, I agree with you on your initial thought, but the thing is that's different. Yeah, but see, that's the thing, is he took it a step further, and he made it seem like super legit, you know, and that's how he roped them into giving him money.
Just a con man.
You know, yeah. So,
but
he was like, "Look, I've got this big this thing called Bitcoin. Got to sell you some NFTs."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. He.
Dude, fucking NFTs. I
don't get sucked in.
I found this website to make AI arts, and I'm gonna make my own fucking.
Talk about like DALL-E.
Logos.
Oh yeah, Night Cafe, wild.
Dude, those things come out. Those things come out pretty fucking crazy.
I've been trying forever, but the servers have been like backed up on Dowly. I'm like, I typed in like Betty White killing Elon Musk with an ice cream scoop, and I just want this image to exist. But I keep refreshing it. Like, come on, I want it. I should
try Night Cafe. Yeah,
that was
dark.
That was a little
because I typed in like Gorilla Eye Cyberpunk Nighttime, and it like came up with this crazy image of like a gorilla's eye, and it's like vapor waves and shit in the background. It looks crazy, and I was like, cool. I saved that, but like the AI just comes up with some weird ass shit, and I like it. I'm enjoying playing around with it. Just in my free time, I just have an idea, and I just put it together, and then some of the art looks pretty cool. So I'm like, I'm gonna put that on.
We should make shirts that are just like things made by AI involving the podcast name. Like that'd be funny.
Mm-hmm. I'd do it. I mean, we could do that after this. We could just put like Melk Aisle Explosion and just see what it gives.
You hear that, fans? Melk Aisle NFTs coming straight to you.
T-shirts, Melk Aisle Explosion T-shirts,
very own brand.
Created by our AI.
The Melk AI.
The Melk AI. He's our milk tender.
Yeah, milk tender. There's nothing better than two things. An ice cold glass of water and an ice cold glass of milk. I could do both.
Fuck milk. Hot take. Don't like milk. So. Yeah.
Don't say that.
Ooh.
Don't say that.
Even when I eat like an Oreo, I'm never like, damn dude, milk sounds good right now.
Ooh.
Still just some water. Just give me water.
I like milk in relationship to other things. Like I like ice cream. I like ice cream like products. You know, milk's involved in that, but like I don't like no. I've never been like, oh yeah, it's time to drink a glass of milk by itself as it is.
Dude, Milk is objective, you know. Some things can be milk, some things cannot.
That's why we're hiding out in the Milk Aisle, because no one's coming here. Okay,
no one's gonna come in here.
You're gonna find us
when you put ice in a glass and you pour milk on top of it. Okay.
Ice cream.
Hey, hold on, babe, hold on. All right, and then you get You get your favorite pack of Nabisco cookies. Okay? You dip them little motherfuckers in there, you go. You know, you dip that shit. Let it, you know, soak in. Like that, all the crevices and shit. And then you just. And it's so cool, refreshing. It's like an iceberg exploding in your mouth with chocolate chips and cookie flavors. Okay?
Wrong. That's disgusting. You put ice in your milk. Okay, so you're gonna have watered down milk and cookie crumbs and bullshit inside it. That's disgusting residue. Keep that shit out of the kitchen. Don't use that. Just fucking forego the milk altogether and just eat the cookie. Enjoy the cookie, and then wash it all down with a glass of water. Okay? We don't need to have a fucking milk adventure for a fucking cookie.
You see this? You see this face right now?
Yeah. What about?
I'm in distress.
Oh
I'm in distress right now.
Because
you made fun of me the other day for my plain corn.
And oh yeah, why do you eat just plain corn? Who are you? You psycho.
It's good.
It's good. Okay, it's good, but you could make it so much better.
Corn is just good by itself.
You don't add anything to it, not even salt.
No,
you just fucking corn.
Yeah, it's like potatoes. I slice a potato down the middle after I cook it, and I just eat the potato. You know, I don't put sour cream or butter or anything.
You disgust me. You have the palate of a child.
You chicken nugget eating looking ass.
Yeah. And listen up here.
Ketchup,
You deprived
having
bitch.
condiment, bitch.
Put butter and corn and salt on your corn. Minimum.
I like creme fraiche.
On your
No, I just like creme fraiche by
fresh cracked
itself.
pepper. I don't even know what the
I like
fuck
creme
creme fraiche is. I don't know what it
Sound.
tastes like, but there's no way you're eating it by yourself, you liar.
Dude,
I'm here fresh. He knows how to make it from scratch
You-
in 10 seconds.
dude, you want a mind-blowing night? Log off the computer at 9:30 at night, put on some Netflix, and just open up a thing of creme fraiche.
Open up a thing of creme fraiche, you get a little bit of clinical depression, and then it helps, keep you sane. What are you talking about?
Do you then go to the bathroom and start fucking massaging your clitoris? What are you talking
Is it special
about?
for 69 Day, okay? He's celebrating 69 Day the way he knows how.
What are you watching on Netflix during this insane night? After
Making a
9:30
murderer.
with a box of cream fraiche in a fucking hot tub. Yeah, what are you watching? Yeah, what are you watching?
I watched Mr. Sunshine.
What the fuck is that?
It's a Korean drama.
Like a soap opera?
Are
Like
the
the
boys hot? Are they hot enough for you?
He's just watching the fucking Korean telenovela, dude.
Dude, I love Korean dramas, bro. Like
Degrassi,
that's my
you
shit.
watch
Degrassi.
I'm like, yeah, it's like Korean Degrassi, pretty much, yeah.
Lol.
Dude, Koreans make some really great
I don't know about
television.
that. I agree with,
I
like,
can
Korean
tell.
films are great. I don't know about their TV shows, though.
What's the Korean drama, or not the Korean drama? What's the
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Korean movie?
Digimon.
What was that movie? It won
Parasite?
like awards here in
You're talking about
America.
Parasite?
Parasite.
Yeah.
Parasite.
There you go.
Yeah.
Has
That's
it talked about that one
infected.
before?
I never saw that movie. I heard that it's all in subtitles. So
It's
I'm gonna
great.
forego it.
It's a fantastic film.
Pretty good.
I would also what's shocking about is that despite it being an
problem
all
is-
subtitle film, I feel like if I were to recommend someone, it was like, okay, someone told me I don't really like subtitled films. I don't really like Asian cinema that much. I'd be like, but this is like the most accessible one. This is like the one. If you were to change your mind, Parasite would be the one.
What is
It's
there,
not that.
like,
There's a lot of
dialogue?
sequences that are not.
Little to none.
There's a lot of dialogue, but there's a lot of moments that aren't. There's a lot for reasons I can't explain without spoiling it. There's definitely like long stretches of characters being like, "We've caught ourselves in a very messy situation, and we have to not be talking right now, or we're
Cannot
all
speak.
going to prison."
It's a really great movie. You should watch
You know,
it.
where that's very. I just can't do it because then I'm just
Look,
reading the whole
here's
time
my
and I'm
guide
missing out
to
on the
help
fucking-
people
I
out
just-
who
I'm
are
not the
like,
fastest
I can't
reader.
get into subtitles. Here's my little quick guide to understanding subtitles. Here's all the skills you need to read subtitles effectively in a film. Skill number 1, you have to be literate. People forget this one. People are always like, people can't read. Learn how to read first. And assuming you can read, step number 2, make sure you don't have like ADHD or something, and if you do, take some fucking medication, you idiot. That's step number 2. Starve off the ADHD somehow. Step number 3, use your eyes. Specifically, use your peripheral vision. I've gotten to the point, to me personally, I'm like, when people are like, I feel like I'm reading a film, like, I just see that in my peripheral vision, because I've got adult, regular person eyes. So it's a skill you have to like train, but it's not that hard to be like, look, I can see the text clearly because I've got regular person vision. Look, just learn how to read, and then solve the ADHD. Make sure you don't have a learning disability.
Oh.
You forget that one as well. You're like,
No. Make the fucking movie in English. There you go. Done.
What?
Give me the movie
What?
in English. It can even be
Dubs are
dubbed. I
bad.
don't care. I don't care. I would rather watch a mismatched
I mean, it wouldn't be
mouth than
mismatched.
fucking
It would
have to
it would
read.
it would
Mismatched.
At least
just
I can see the
be.
whole thing.
Like, because I think the problem with dubs is that you get people who, when you're dubbing over a language, you do get it in English. There are some things that just work in the language that just don't work for various reasons when you're like...
One would be like screaming and stabbing large crowd of people, and if it's a voiceover, it's funny
silly. Sometimes. Like I grew up watching like martial arts films where I'm like, okay, this is clearly dubbed, and it's funny, but there's no way that when they were making the original film, they're like, yeah, I can't wait for this to get dubbed over and become a comedy in America. You know, like...
Yeah, no.
I guess that's true. That's a fair point. That's valid.
It all depends on like what you value in the art. Like if I'm someone who has a very like I just try to like enjoy art the way it was intended by the creators as best as I humanly can.
There's one scene that won't spoil anything, but it kind of describes the art style. One of the main characters becomes like a chauffeur for like a rich guy, and it's showing how good he is at his job. He's being judged by the guy, like the businessman. As he turns, as he slows down, he's like checking his coffee, seeing if it like ripples or turns. He's like turning perfectly every possible thing that happens. It's just like a really weird way where they don't have to use subtitles to show you like what's happening. But
yeah, that's good.
They have like a lot of little detail.
Well, it's like, what's that movie where it's like the Mayans and it was made by Mel Gibson?
Not like Apocalypto. I think that's what it's called. Yeah.
Is that what that is?
I think so.
That one, like that one. There's no English, but there's not a lot of language either.
Yeah.
It's all done just through acting. So it's like you don't know. Like there is some of the language that they're speaking and there's some subtitles, but for the most part, it's all just done through expression, which I like.
There's a movie called Alpha where it's about this it's like the indigenous people, you know, like before Ice Age and stuff like that, and it's like the guy goes through falling off like a cliff and his tribe leaves him behind because, you know, they have to leave, you know, because it's about to be like winter and shit. And anyways, he falls and he meets a dog and him and the dog bond, but like there's like hardly any talking throughout the entire movie, but like it just, they correspond it so well, you know, through the actions of the individual and the dog, you know.
Yeah.
Like I love it when you can, you know, do that kind of stuff. So
I already asked you this, T1, if you like Breaking Bad.
You know I don't. I feel like we've had this conversation before where I said that I stopped watching Breaking Bad in the middle of season 3 because it got so bad to me that I just couldn't. So, and just to clarify on the subtitle sub-dub conversation, I think it is ultimately a preference. Like some people just in general like visual storytelling, or there's other everyone has their own like biases and life experiences that make them interpret art however they want to. It's just, I just feel like there's so much good foreign cinema. And to be fair, I'm like a big film nerd, so obviously for me it's not that big a deal sitting through a subtitle film because I've been doing it my entire life, it feels like, you know. But there's just so much good foreign cinema and Korean cinema. It's up there. Like Korea, I would say that if there's any country fighting the U.S. for like best country for film, it's South Korea.
Wow, that's some big ups right
bold
there.
Statement, dude. Shout
out to South Korea. Shout out to Bong Joon-ho. Keep making the films.
If you watch it,
yeah, his name is Bong Joon-ho, and I remember his name very easily because it's got Bong in the name. And, yeah.
Bong Joon-ho.
Bong.
That's easy to remember.
That is actually very easy to remember. Yeah. What a lucky man.
He's 420 blazing it up there in the Korean art scene.
All the time.
I doubt he is. I doubt he is.
Probably. Maybe. Who knows? All right,
Yeah.
dude. We're at 50 minutes right now. Let's go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's shut this one out.
Shout out to our sponsor,
You know, if,
Raid Shadow Legends.
Mio Energy.
Raid Shadow
No,
Legend
me-
is not a sponsor. Mio is not a sponsor. They can be.
Joe Exotic was a sponsor.
Thanks for tuning in to the Rumpus Room podcast, where
See
we
you
just
next
do
time,
activities.
boys.
See you next time. This is it. And this was the Melk Aisle. Catch you in the next one.